Welcome back to the ESA News Desk. I'm Ed Highland. We're talking with Davion Hill. Going to talk a little bit about the independent engineers group that you have, DNV GL, and I'll get all the letters out there. Davion, thanks so much for coming by and chatting with us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about your company's role here in the industry.
Thanks for having me, I appreciate it. So DNV GL is the world's largest renewable energy consultancy. We offer primarily independent engineering services to help project finance occur. We've been doing this in the wind and solar space for quite some time, and we've been doing it in energy storage for about 10 years. So we've seen the technology grow from its early stages to now, to its now very commercial activity. And it's been interesting because our business has evolved with that, and we now very much are doing an analog to what we've always done in wind and solar, which is a sign to us that it's matured. So it's a good thing.
You're known as independent engineers. Give us some thoughts, if you would, about some of the innovative contributions by your company to the industry.
Sure. So we have a unique position of having laboratories. So we're able to do testing to help us inform our opinion when we're performing an independent technical due diligence role in a project. And what that allows us to do is understand literally the bleeding edge of technology in terms of what's performance of batteries, what's their lifetime, what's their ability to last. We've recently rolled out a program where we can test batteries. We can immediately start to see what voltage sensitivities they have, which contributes to its control parameters and how long it will last in the project as a result of its controls. And that helps us unlock what was formerly a very uncertain area in terms of how controls will impact battery lifetime. With that testing, that gives us the ability to opine very confidently on warranties, which helps bankability and helps finance. So we felt that was a bottleneck in the industry. We developed that program from scratch. We developed some interesting analytics around the predictive capability of the test data so that we could verify a warranty curve. And that's the only thing in the industry like that, as far as we're aware. So we're very happy and proud to offer that service, and we've been growing it. We've got a lab in Rochester that's completely full with these programs. So obviously the industry is saying that they like it. So we're glad to do it.
The company, DNV GL, has really gone above and beyond, as you mentioned, being ahead of the curve. Sort of, where do you go from here? What's in the crystal ball for you?
Well, we would like to see this program that we've been rolling out we call it the product qualification program. That'll eventually lead to what we will release as a battery scorecard. We've done the same thing for the PV industry for the last 10 years or so. That scorecard allows us to basically give an anonymized benchmark of the industry and how different products perform under different criteria. We would hope that would become a subscription-based service, just like the PV scorecard, and something that we would update frequently. So we'd like to grow that business and continue offering that. We know our lender customers really like that service, our developer customers really like that service. So that's something that we hope to grow. Lately, safety has been a really big topic in the industry. We've got new NFPA 855 codes coming out. We've got UL 9540 coming out. UL 1973 requirements are getting updated. The new International Fire Code is getting updated. We did the world's largest fire test for Con Ed and NYSERDA 2 years ago for batteries. And we opened up a bottleneck there because we were able to demonstrate that there's no outlier in terms of safety for the batteries. You have to worry about emissions, you have to worry about thermal runaway, but this is all manageable. Water is a great extinguisher. So we busted some myths in that. We were hoping that we could open the market with that test data, and we found that there's still uncertainties with these new codes that are coming out. So I would like to see in the coming years that we have resolved these issues. We've found reliable means for off-gas monitoring. We found reliable means for extinguishing. We understand when to ventilate. That should all get settled soon, I hope, and then we can move the industry forward with a solid safety approach and a solid performance approach.
DNV GL has a big umbrella, if you will. What percentage, if you will, or how big a growth area is this for your company, energy storage?
It's grown very fast for us. And there were maybe 3 or 4 of us working on storage 10 years ago, myself included. And now we have about 12 FTE people, full-time employees, working on storage, doing anything from testing to due diligence to sometimes what we call service of owners engineering, which is advising utility customers on how to go out and solicit engineering, procurement, construction contractors for battery projects and things like that. And that's made our scope expand greatly because we are now, like I said, doing sort of an analog of everything we do in wind and solar, and we're very challenged to find experts and get staff that can help us grow the business. We're in a position where we feel that we're more limited by manpower than we are by the market opportunity. If we just hire more people, we could probably get more hours in and do more work. And that's a good position. That's a good problem to have. And I think it's common across the industry for other people like us. So it's definitely a growth area.
So the help wanted sign is out, basically.
For sure. Yeah, we do have openings. We're looking for experts. We need battery people. We need people to understand batteries. We need people to understand the safety aspects. And that's good. That's a sign that there's a need, and we're out there to fill it.
Being here, why is it important to be at ESA Con?
ESA is great. ESA is one of the larger energy storage meetings throughout every year. This has a really strong buy-side component to the market. We've got developers, we've got some lenders here, and that's really what sort of drives the innovation of the market. It's what they need, and so the rest of the supply chain is here to serve them. And that's why I like this meeting, because you can really see that interaction. ESA as an organization has done a lot for the industry in terms of trying to educate stakeholders and governments and independent system operators on what the benefits of storage are. It's taken a long time to get here. The early days of ESA were a lot of these charts showing, here's all the technologies, here's the duration of storage, here's where this can play, here's pumped hydro, and that's what that means. And the conversation has shifted a lot. Now we've got commercial batteries that you can just deploy, and they can do a lot of things. So that's a good position for ESA to be in. They've moved the needle for overall understanding what storage can do, and now they have a continued job. I think their job security is very solid for the future, because there's a lot to teach the industry about how to use energy storage going forward, and we're going to see markets evolve and open up as a result. So it's a good meeting to be at.
And on that note, Davion Hill, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, appreciate it.
And this is the ESA News Desk.